we've never seen them. They do it at night.
Unaweka huko alafu zingine unaweka huko.
The national government should act on this.
They construct this modern waste disposal here.
Nestled just outside Rongo University, in the bustling areas surrounding the campus, lies a collection of luxury hostels. These hostels are not owned by the university but by wealthy individuals, both local and foreign, looking to provide accommodation to students, faculty, and other residents. They are meant to be havens of comfort and luxury, but behind the gates of these so-called premium hostels, an environmental crisis unfolds every single day. Here, waste is treated with negligence. The streets are littered with plastic bottles, used diapers, food wrappers, and other non-decomposable waste. It's not just about mess, it's about a lack of regard for the environment. Diapers, which take hundreds of years to break down, are discarded without thought. The waste piles up with no systems in place for disposal, leaving the environment in a constant state of decay. More concerning is the untreated sewage that runs openly through the area. Flies swarm in clouds, spreading bacteria and diseases.
We are around Malimali Hostel where, as you can see, there is poor waste disposal around the hostel and around this man's land. I have one of the villagers who is complaining that this is their land and they don't know whoever has been disposing waste here.
My name is Ochola Samuel. I'm the son to the owner of this land. For the past 3 months, we have been complaining about the waste disposal in this land. The people disposing this waste, we've never seen them. They do it at night when people have slept and they cannot be recognized.
The air is thick with the smell of decay and filth as sewage water mixes with the discarded waste. What should be a peaceful environment is instead an unpleasant, unsanitary space. The stench is overwhelming, the health risks high. It is a public health disaster in the making. This is not just a question of poor hygiene, it's a profound disregard for the environment and the community. The waste that clutters these hostels is often the product of convenience, with little thought given to the long-term consequences. Diapers, food wrappers, and other single-use plastics are thrown out to abandon. But what happens to this waste once it leaves these premises? When waste is improperly disposed of, it doesn't just disappear. Diapers, for example, take up to 500 years to decompose, and when that waste is dumped in open areas, it leaches toxins into the soil and nearby water sources, which can be incredibly harmful to both people and wildlife. This lack of responsibility doesn't only affect the residents, it affects the broader community and future generations. For those living in these areas, the waste becomes a part of their daily reality, creating an environment that's not only unsightly but also dangerous. Children, animals, and even the elderly are exposed to health risks from the filth that surrounds them. Flies, mosquitoes, and other pests are drawn to the untreated waste. In addition to spreading diseases like cholera and dysentery, they also contribute to the spread of malaria, which is particularly prevalent in such environments. Insects and bacteria thrive in these polluted areas, creating an ideal breeding ground for a range of public health threats. Improper waste disposal, especially untreated sewage, creates a pathway for diseases to spread quickly. In areas where hygiene is poor, the risks of waterborne diseases, respiratory infections, and vector-borne illnesses like malaria increase dramatically. This problem is not isolated, it impacts everyone in the area. The poor waste management practices in these luxury hostels not only affect the health of the students and residents, but also undermine the surrounding community's quality of life. People are forced to live in an environment where their health is compromised by the waste they have no control over. Amidst this widespread neglect, however, there are few shining examples of what is possible when waste management systems are taken seriously. A small number of hostels in the area have embraced more sustainable waste disposal practices. Here, waste is carefully sorted into recyclable and non-recyclable materials. Food waste is composed, plastics are recycled, and waste is handled with care.
decompose. So si hapa kuna different things, hizi unaweka huko alafu zingine unaweka huko, sawa? Ni sawa?
We recognize that our students expect more from us, not only in terms of comfort but also in terms of environmental responsibility. We implemented a waste segregation system, recycling program, and partnered with local services for waste collection. We aim to set an example for others to follow. These hostels, although few in number, serve as powerful reminders of what can be achieved when proper infrastructure is in place and when residents take responsibility for their surroundings. With clear waste management systems, the environment is cleaner, safer, and healthier.
This your chamber, this your waste management program works.
Okay, I'm Clinton. I'm the one who managed this hostel. I'm the caretaker here. So as you can see, we construct this modern waste disposal here even before we construct our hostel.
Landlords are more focused on profits than on investing in waste management solutions, leaving the environment to suffer. Many of these hostel owners refuse to invest in proper waste management, believing it's too costly or unnecessary. But the truth is, the cost of ignoring this problem is far greater in the long run.
Here we have a place here after which we have burnt these ones. We have some ashes which are being dropped downside here.
All stakeholders, landlords, students, and the local community. It's time for the wealthier hostel owners to step up to recognize that their responsibility doesn't end with rent collection. They must invest in the health and well-being of their residents and the surrounding community. Local authorities must step in to regulate waste management in the area. It's not enough to simply talk about sustainability. We need action. Hostels should be required to implement waste segregation systems and be held accountable for the disposal of sewage. Partnerships with recycling companies and waste management services will help these systems sustainable. But the trend doesn't stop there. Students and residents must continue to demand better practices, to actively participate in waste reduction efforts, and to make part in community-based programs to clean up their environment. Together, we can turn the tide. We can build a cleaner, healthier community by implementing proper waste management systems, demanding accountability, and fostering a culture of responsibility. The luxury hostels around Rongo University can become the example of environmental stewardship rather than the epitome of neglect. Rongo University and its surrounding community have the power to lead the way in sustainability. With collective efforts, accountability, and commitment to environmental health, this area can become a place where both people and the planet thrive together.
Today we are at AM Hostels where, as you can see, they've developed a modern waste disposal program. This your chamber, this your waste management program works.
Okay, I'm Clinton. I'm the one who managed this hostel. So as you can see, we construct this modern waste disposal here even before we construct our hostel.